So, good evening and welcome into Bellingham, Washington, home of your Bellingham Bells during this 2026 West Coast League season. Today, on this Tuesday night, we have a non-league matchup for you between your Bellingham Bells and the visiting Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. It's the All-Star break. We've got our 5 All-Stars out in Victoria right now, but still here at home getting you some baseball in Bellingham as the Cascade Collegiate League's Showcase team comes to town for a non-league contest. These two squads have matched up for the last couple of years in the WCL. A non-league matchup for the Bellingham Bells and a familiar opponent with the CCL Showcase team playing a couple of different West Coast League squads throughout their summer, and Bells usually on their stopping list. And here they are in Bellingham today to have a matchup against your Bells. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome into our YouTube channel here live from Bellingham. Bells are coming off a 3-game series against Port Angeles that they took the series winning the final 2 games Saturday and Sunday after Port Angeles had a 2-1 win on Friday following 6 scoreless frames by both teams in that first game of the series. The lefties were just able to edge out Bellingham for the first win against the Bells all summer long for them. Bells, though, took the series after a 8-2 win on Saturday, jumped on some defensive errors by Port Angeles for a couple of 3-run innings to win that game 8-2 on Saturday, and took the series with a 5-2 win on Sunday. The Bells tossed the final 8 innings hitless as a pitching staff in that one. A truly impressive feat by all the arms for your Bells. Caleb Seebeck only allowed 2 unearned runs after allowing 1 hit and an error, so it could have been a 1-hitter, but the error allowed the second hit to take place because if it wasn't an error, it could have been a double play. Obviously working in hypotheticals, but at least it wouldn't have been a no-hitter without the error, so that's a little bit better. Robbie Zimmerman, Rohan Kasanagadu, and Thrasher Steed combined for 6 no-hit bullpen innings following the 3 innings from Seebeck, with the last 2 of those hitless. There were only 2 base runners in the first inning off the pair of hits, and then through the final 8 frames where they were tossed hitless, there was 2 hit by pitches allowed by Bellingham staff. No walks at all from the Bellingham Bells. So that was an impressive feat for Bellingham, and now they head into a non-league contest. Right now in the West Coast League standings, Bellingham Bells sitting at 22-14. That's good for 3rd in the North Division, trailing behind the Wenatchee Apple Sox at 26-10, as well as behind the Kelowna Falcons, who right now they're even with 22-14. Both those teams tied for 2nd in the full season North standings. But when you look at the second half, which is kind of what we care about the most right now, because the Bellingham Bells, if they win the second half, earn the number 2 seed in the playoffs, are able to host the opening series. Right now, Bellingham in the second half through 9 games, 3-6, well behind where they'd like to be because the Kelowna Falcons are 6-3. Bellingham has these 3 non-league games, and then we'll have some league matchups over the weekend against the Kamloops North Paws, 3 games. And then a big series here at home next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yeah, you heard that right. A Monday game. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It'll be the Kelowna Falcons here in Bellingham for a matchup. So that'll be exciting. But today for you, we've got the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. It's kind of an all-star team from the Cascade Collegiate League that comes here to Bellingham to match up with your Bells in non-league format. Bells took 3 non-league wins last week after they came home from their long road trip, beating the Northwest Star Nighthawks, the Everett Merchants, and then Bombat Northwest 2027 as well. For these next 3 games, we've got non-league contests between the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Tomorrow, it'll be a 6:35 game against the Dub C Fish Sticks of the Pacific International League, and then Gunderson Baseball, which is also a travel ball team, going to be here on Thursday, all 6:35 start times as we finish off a 9-game homestand for the Bellingham Bells. They had 9 games on the road, 9 here at home, and continuing that stretch here today with the game we have. The roster's pretty small for this game with our 5 All-Stars out in Canada right now, and it's some big guys, obviously, because they're all All-Stars. 4 position players for the All-Star game this year out in Victoria. 1 pitcher, Charlie Decker, but also represented in the outfield by Jaden Jackson and Noah Cassie. In the infield, having Aspen Alexander and Jake Lyle. They were all on their ferry earlier today, headed over to Victoria. The home run derby is tonight for the West Coast League. I'm not sure how that's going to look. Kind of want to pull it up on the live stream. I don't know exactly how to access that or however it's going on, but tomorrow is the actual All-Star game, 6:30, although I believe the home run derby should be getting going at 6:30 as well. Oh yeah, they've got the live stream up right now, so we'll pull that up. I don't know who's in it. It looks like they're doing home run derby teams. So you have Victoria Harbor Cats with a team, the team north as a squad, and then south as well. So it's not individual players. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what the rosters look like. I don't know if Noah Cassie is in it. Obviously he's the Bells leader in home runs, so you would assume that, hey, he's an all-star. He's among the league leaders in homers, so why not get that done? But if he does participate, I guess we'll keep you updated on that. It's supposed to start at 6:35. Same time that we're starting this game. We're going to get our starting lineups when we come back. Bellingham Bells hosting the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team in a non-league format on this Tuesday evening. We thank you for joining us. First pitch and lineups coming up soon here on the Bells YouTube channel.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Your pregame before a non-league matchup between the Cascade Collegiate League's Showcase team and your Bellingham Bells. Non-league action here for the next 3 days at the ballpark because it's the All-Star break. Our 5 All-Stars out on Vancouver Island right now. But here, Bellingham Bells still at home getting some ball tonight. 6:35 our first pitch. Let's look at the starting lineups for both your teams. The visiting Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team we take a look at first, as the CCL Showcase team will be led off by Will Bond, the center fielder from Eastern Connecticut, committed to Yakima Valley College. Ty Rasmussen, a freshman from Yakima Valley College, out in left field batting second, with Caden Castro in right field, also out of Yakima Valley College. Batting cleanup is the first baseman Jonathan Rominger from Central Washington University. Diego Dixon, sophomore from Yakima Valley, playing third behind him. Bobby Trigg batting sixth, the sophomore from Bellevue College, as the second baseman. Tate Stearns is going to be the DH, a freshman from Johns Hopkins University, batting seventh. Drew Wicklander, the starting shortstop, is a high school senior committed to Portland. He'll get the start at short. Zach Hudson is the catcher, sophomore from Bellevue College, finishing off the lineup. And it's Jacob Canale from Friends University, just finished his junior season, who will get the start for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. And looking at the Bellingham Bells starting lineup, which will match up with them. The leadoff man today, Rashad Hayes at second base, a freshman from Stanford. KG Hattori, the incoming Cal Poly freshman, is going to start at shortstop and bat second. Matt Churchill doing the designated hitting and will bat third out of the University of Puget Sound. The Chilean sophomore Nate Johnson batting cleanup at first base, with Bryce Johnson, the senior from Lewis and Clark State College, in right field behind him. Bo Schinkel is back. He's going to bat sixth, the Gonzaga junior back here in Bellingham. Dylan Moss, the catcher, an incoming Stanford freshman following and batting 7th. Tyler Peschke, the UCLA third baseman, is going to bat 8th for Bellingham, and Ramanick Keybon finishes off the lineup. The University of Washington commit getting the start in left field. Cedric Henderson is the starting pitcher, incoming freshman for UCLA for the Bellingham Bells here in this non-league game against the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team. We've got first pitch coming up next for you here in Bellingham, Washington. It might be the All-Star break, but the action not stopping here at Joe Martin Field, and we hope you're joining us with it. We'll be back with first pitch here on the Bells YouTube channel.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, a Tuesday night here in the Great Pacific Northwest. Beautiful weather for you, 78 degrees and sunny. It's a warmer day here at the ballpark for this matchup between the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team and your Bellingham Bells. And it's going to be Cedric Henderson getting the start for your Bells, making his 5th appearance of the summer, although it won't count towards the season-long stats. The UCLA incoming right-hander going to toss for the Bells in this non-league contest. And looking at Henderson on the season so far, it's been the strikeout stuff that has really impressed, of course, with the high heat that he throws, 18 Ks in 15 and 2/3 innings. The ERA sitting at a 4.60 through his 15 and 2/3. Right-hander will get the start against the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team, a summer collegiate showcase team coming from the Cascade Collegiate League, which is a league based out of Centralia, Washington, where they play at Wheeler Field during the weekends in June and July, and they pick their best players to put them on this showcase team, which gets to face off against the Bellingham Bells or other West Coast League teams. And they journey around. So non-league contest and a chance for Cedric Henderson back here with Bellingham to make another start. It's going to be Will Bond doing the leading off for the CCL Showcase squad. Starting center fielder will step to the plate from Eastern Connecticut, a Division III. He's committed to Yakima Valley College, though. Will Bond will get things started against Henderson. Bellingham coming off of a series win, 2 straight victories over the Port Angeles Lefties to take that series. Now here in a non-league contest against the CCL, and Bond now up to bat to start us off as Cedric Henderson deals the first pitch of the game home. It's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball fouled away from Will Bond. We're going to see that fastball work nicely tonight from Henderson for the Bellingham Bells. The ball's in a strike on the center fielder. Second pitch of the game from Henderson is pitch wide. This will be the 4th start for Henderson in 5 appearances for Bellingham. The last time that Cedric threw for the Bells was 2 innings against Bombat on July 9th and a 5-2 win for Bellingham, a non-league contest. So this will be the last 2 outings for Henderson, not counting towards the season-long stats, as we've had a couple of non-league games spread across these last 2 weeks during the homestand. Of the 9-game homestand we're having here, 6 of the games are non-league games. Just helping the Bells prep for the big push down the stretch. A lot of important games down the road here in the final week of July, concluding with a series against Victoria and then Edmonton being here in town. It's a lot of big series as far as potential playoff situations, but we're still plenty ways away from that. As there's a swing and miss from Will Bond, and Cedric Henderson starts his start with a strikeout. And Bond goes down and starts it off for Henderson with a swinging strikeout. The last time Henderson made a start in a league game, 4 1/3 innings pitched at Nanaimo. Facing the Night Owls, he was credited with his first loss of the season after giving up just 2 runs. The Bells fell in that game, though, 6-2. Ty Rasmussen, the left fielder, now up after the leadoff man Bond struck out swinging. Now the left fielder from Yakima Valley College batting from the right side. Henderson, 18 strikeouts in 15 2/3. Already started off this game with a strikeout. And with the matchup here being a non-league matchup favored towards Bellingham, you could maybe think that Henderson could have himself a really good start, depending how long he goes, of course. But we often see in some of these non-league games that guys that come in and throw hard can find a lot of success. And Henderson trying to make that work for him. Here's a 2-1 with 1 out. Checks swing. He's saying that he held around, but the home plate umpire says that he did not. And that'll be strike 2 on Rasmussen. Henderson debuted with 6 strikeouts against Portland. He had 5 against Kamloops, 2 against Victoria, 5 against Nanaimo, 3 against Bombat, so he can put you away. As there's a 2-2. I don't know where that one missed, but 93 miles an hour looked like it was over the plate. Henderson looking for now a full count pitch to deliver to Rasmussen. The right-hander goes right back to the same pitch and gets the strikeout call looking. 2 men up, 2 strikeouts on swinging, 1 looking for Cedric Henderson. Now Castro will bat next. Caden Castro, the freshman from Yakima Valley College, wearing the number 9, lefty batter playing right field, and the 3rd man up here for the CCL Showcase team. First pitch swinging and can't connect on the 91-mile-an-hour heater from Henderson. Flame-throwing right-hander going to UCLA from Berkeley High School. 0-1, a foul tip that caught a piece of moss. And catcher will take a second to wear that away as the home plate umpire delivers the ball. It's a cool gesture that home plate umpires do, and catcher behind home plate catches one off the mask. The home plate umpire, instead of forcing the catcher to throw the ball back to the pitcher, will run it out and hand it to the starter. 0-2, Henderson trying to strike out the side. And he does just that. Blows by the 93-mile-an-hour heater. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks for Cedric Henderson. And the Bells offense coming to bat for the first time here in this non-league game when we return.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Bottom of the first inning after an electric start to the game for Cedric Henderson, striking out the side in the first inning, and now the Bells will try and rally after that momentum with their own plate appearances. Doing the leading off going to be Rashad Hayes against the starter for the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team. The starting pitcher is Jacob Canale, a junior from Friends University who threw 2 innings this collegiate year, gave up 6 hits and 6 walks for 9 runs this collegiate season. A left-hander to match up against Bellingham here in this non-league game. As the Cascade Collegiate League looks to showcase itself. That's exactly what they pride themselves on, with having 61 West Coast League call-ups. It's almost like a feeder system in a way, where some of their guys have been CCL guys called up to the WCL from their CCL teams. And the Cascade Collegiate League, which is the league under the showcase team, is a summer collegiate league based out of Centralia, Washington. They play some weekend games down at Wheeler Field. Since 2018, they've been doing it. There's about 25 games for this showcase team, but there's 4 league affiliates in the CCL that have teams and play over the weekend. They play 24 regular season games, followed by a postseason for a playoff berth into the Cascade Collegiate League Championship. The CCL team that we see today is built from the best players across those 4 teams in the league. And the showcase players play 25 or more games throughout the summer against independent collegiate teams, as well as members of the West Coast League, as we're seeing today against the Bellingham Bells. Rashad Hayes leading off for Bellingham. Hayes doing the leading off as today's starting second baseman. Stanford freshman batting for Bellingham. Without our 5 All-Stars, 4 of those constants in the lineup, so we're seeing a little bit different in the lineup than we've ever seen. Rashad Hayes leading off. What I believe is the first time as a Bellingham Bell. See how he sets the table here for the Bells after Cedric Henderson struck out the side to start the first inning. Bouncing grounder to the right side. Rominger, the first baseman himself, will touch his own bag to sit down Rashad Hayes. It's the first out.
Next up for the Bells, from the University of Cal Poly, shortstop number 11, KG Hattori.
KG Hattori, the next man up, starting shortstop in this one. First pitch is a breaking ball inside to Hattori, the Cal Poly commit at a Redondo Union High School. Here batting second in the order for the Bellingham Bells. There's only 2 guys on the bench today for Bellingham. You have Brandon Leone and Hayden Hollingsworth as the options should anything, drastic happen, and we hope that they don't in non-league games. No injuries or anything, because we don't got a deep bench. 4 position players out for the All-Star game is taking away the depth for these non-league games, so we're going to see likely this same lineup, I believe, in every single game. It might switch around some positions, but as far as the players involved, likely going to remain the same with head coach Alan Regier kind of out of options here with the amount of guys he has. 3-0 the count on KG Hattori. Shortstop takes a fastball at 81 for strike one. Canale, the left-hander, after retiring the first batter of the game. Looking to get himself back from down 3-0 early. Here's the 3-1 to Hattori. Check swing gets him for strike two. So a full count. And a 3-2 to Hattori. Oh, inside, and it hit him. So it would have been ball four, but it'll be scored as a hit by pitch. Jake Canale just trying to save his whip, maybe. Hit by pitches don't affect your walks plus hits divided by innings pitch, a.k.a. whip, a pitcher stat, but obviously not intentional. Hit by pitch will put the Bells' first base runner of the game at first base as Hattori reaches for Matt Churchill. Puget Sound catcher doing the designated hitting for Bellingham in this one. Taking a breaking ball for strike one to begin his at-bat. Churchill maybe an all-star snub. He has great numbers with Bellingham. Maybe just hasn't seen enough at-bats through the last couple of weeks. Once we had our full roster in, Churchill kind of the odd man out for the catchers. It's been a lot of Dylan Moss and Jake Lyle behind the plate, but Churchill's bat at the start of the season was one of the best that we had on the team. He cooled off a little bit, but still one of the better guys you have. And when you think about being down a lot of men with the All-Stars out in Victoria, I'd say I'm happy that Matt Churchill is here to try and help us win these non-league games. He can slug. Got to see strikes, though, to slug, and taking that ball high, we'll have him in a 1-1 count. Fastball missing from the left-hander. Foul ball from Churchill makes it 2-2. Churchill out of the University of Puget Sound, just finished his sophomore year during the spring. Will head into his junior season this fall. His first ever West Coast League appearance this summer. As the 2-2 is wide to him and a full count. Bells are going to be patient. It's going to be tough for the CCL Showcase pitchers to make these guys chase. Bellingham does not strike out a whole lot at the plate. It's been a big characteristic for the Bells as far as in non-league or league games. And that pitch is a ball for back-to-back base runners freely given to Bellingham. And two men will be on for Nate Johnson. Nate Johnson going to bat here after a quick word at the mound between Cascade Collegiate League catcher Hudson and pitcher Canale. All-Star Game festivities taking place today. It's not the All-Star Game, but the Home Run Derby. They've got an interesting setup here in Victoria. They're going to be throwing pitches from about where the shortstop plays and hitting out to right field. That's their layout they got for the Home Run Derby. It's kind of interesting. Also the team format that I mentioned between the Harbor Cats, the North and South. But here in Bellingham, we've got Nate Johnson right now in a 2-0 count. Johnson in his 17th game here out of Tulane. Looking to drive in some runs so far as production has come in the run scoring category for Johnson, and trying to get a big hit to knock some in, start this game off good after the starter, Cedric Henderson, struck out the side in the first inning. Two 2-0, bounced down the first base line and foul. That one's spinning at the bag, and It'll just be strike one from Johnson off the foul ball. They haven't tossed up a graphic or anything. I tried to look online to see if they had the Home Run Derby rosters anywhere. I don't think they do, though. So I don't know if Cassie's doing it. Guess we'll just have to watch and see. 2 men on for Bellingham in the bottom of the first. Nate Johnson in a 2-1 count with 1 out. Johnson, a hard hit liner past the second baseman Trigg and out into right center field. Hattori being waved home. Churchill trotting into third. Nate Johnson gives the Bells their first lead on an RBI knock. The first hit scores the hit by pitch batter Hattori. Bryce Johnson going to bat next for Bellingham. Constant in the outfield so far with your Bells. Some of the team leaders in games played for Johnson, and that includes, missing a couple of games throughout this homestand, but 30 league games played in. Of course, this will be number 31, but non-league. And 30 games played for him, ranks behind the All-Stars Aspen Alexander with 34, Noah Cassie with 31, Jake Lyle with 31, and then it's Tyler Peschke with 31, just ahead of Bryce Johnson's 30. Sends a fly ball to shallow center field. The center fielder, Bond, is going to call off the shortstop, Wick Lander. And that'll gain the CCL Showcase team their second out, and not nearly deep enough to score Churchill from third. And look who's back in Bellingham. Bo Schinkel is back with the Bellingham Bells, left with a bit of injury is what we can say out of Gonzaga, but the center fielder did play with the Bells earlier this summer. He's just now back, and it comes at a good time. We needed some players here during the All-Star break. And Bo Schinkel is back with Bellingham. Coming off of a .288 hitting season at Gonzaga. We saw Schinkel second and third weeks of the year, played at Springfield on the road series, here at home against the Nanaimo as well. So he's back, and strike one against him. Schinkel back with Bellingham his first day back and immediately sent into the center field spot. See how his first at bat, maybe some rust on him, so he'll try and shake that off. Two balls and a strike on Bo Schinkel with 2 outs. Men on the corner for Bellingham. 1-0 lead already after the RBI knock from Nate Johnson to get the scoring started against the Cascade Collegiate League's Showcase team here in Bellingham. Non-league contest here on this Tuesday evening. Here's the 3-1. Schinkel sprays it away foul. Full count. Canale has faced a lot of those so far through his first inning. About to throw a pitch number 27 of his first frame in the lefty-on-lefty matchup against Schinkel. Three-two, missed upstairs. Dylan Moss, the catcher, up next for Bellingham. Bases loaded up here for the incoming Stanford catcher. He's driven in 15 runs on the season so far. In this non-league game, trying to crack the door open in the first with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Moss attacks the first pitch, and it's a foul ball to begin his at-bat against the left-hander Jacob Canale. This one's shot out to left center, but Bond is going to be there to his right to make the play. And the Bells get 1 run in the bottom of the first to hold a 1-0 lead as we head into the second.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Into the second inning here in Bellingham for this non-league game between the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase squad and the Bellingham Bells. 1-0 the lead for your Bells after Cedric Henderson struck out the side. The starter got some run support. Henderson was maybe a potential guy that could have been drafted, but with his commitment to UCLA, he went undrafted and now has got a chance to work into a great ball player with the Bruins. And pleasure to have him here in Bellingham throwing his cheese, man. Started off with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball low. That's a swing and a miss. We've seen upwards of 93 so far. And, I mean, very minimal contact from the CCL Showcase squad against Henderson right now. He's farming the strikeouts with 3 straight already. And he goes with an off-speed to get his first ball of the at-bat against the first baseman for the CCL Showcase squad. It's Jonathan Rominger. Doing the leading off as 4, 5, and 6 hitters are up. Can't catch up on that one. Rominger swings through strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now on the leadoff man for CCL Showcase team in the second. Henderson looking for 4 straight punchies. Won't get it as it's popped up to the right side of the infield. Nate Johnson has the glove for the first out in the second. So it ends the strikeout streak, but still 4 straight retired.
Next up for Cascade from Yakima Valley College, third baseman number 16, Diego Dixon.
Diego Dixon, the third baseman, the next man up for the CCL Showcase team. We're looking for any base runners against Henderson here. This popped up back for the catcher, and Moss sliding. Couldn't make the play, so it's just going to be a strike. Just off the right side of your screen, slid down and couldn't make it in a basket catch for his pitcher Henderson, so it'll just be a strike on the batter Dickinson, right-handed hitter out of Yakima Valley College. First round of the home run derby out in Victoria was done. Only 1 home run hit by the first batter, I think. I'm really confused on the format here. This is a fly ball to left field for Robinick Keebon, and he makes a catch on the run just off the left side of your screen for the second out in the second frame. Bobby Trigg The second baseman bats with 2 outs. Henderson looking for a perfect 2 innings for his start. Ball 1 misses high to begin the at-bat against the second baseman, Trigg. Right-handed hitter out of Bellevue College. This one a bouncer. Peschke at third base went to his left and got it in time. Rips it across to Nate Johnson to hold the 1-0 lead for Bellingham as we go to the bottom of the second.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the second inning here in Bellingham. The Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team taking on your Bellingham Bells. For 1-0 lead for your Bells as we head into the bottom of the second for Tyler Peschke doing the leading off for Bellingham.
From UCLA, third baseman number 22, Tyler Peschke.
Peschke doing the leading off after Bellingham tagged the starter Canali for 1 run, and left-handed pitcher home with his fastball missing away to the third baseman for the Bells, who got the final out in the top half of the inning. That one a bouncer in the dirt before home plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Miss high to Peschke, so yet to see a strike to start the bottom of the second. We've seen plenty of non-league games go the way this one kind of looks like it might end up, where visiting pitcher can struggle to find the strike zone, and Bellingham just takes what it needs to get a win, and sometimes that's just free passes, and Peschke will start it off with a walk in the second. Hey, Kevin Pilar is batting right now for the Home Run Derby. I'm not sure which team he represents. Does he represent the Harbor Cats team? Being the home guy? I don't know. Former major leaguer is batting in the Home Run Derby. He took his first swing, but might be getting a new bat. 5 straight misses now as Ramonic Keybon bats. 5 straight misses from Jacob Canali on the mound. Two straight misses. That one bounced away from the catcher, but the base runner Peschke still at first base, and 7 straight out of the zone from the CCL starting pitcher, Jacob Canale. Starters 3-0. He is in for the first strike of the inning. That fastball on the bottom shelf against Keybon to make it 3-1. Keybon will take his walk on 5 pitches. Missed outside.
Back to the top of the order for the Bells. Second baseman, number 20, Rashad Hayes.
Rashad Hayes, as we go back to the top of the order, is up. Hayes grounded out to the first baseman in his first at-bat of the game. Pitch wide on the first one to the second baseman, Hayes, to start it off. Two men on off of 2 free passes for Bellingham as Hayes bats with no outs. On a 1-0, it's fouled away from him for strike 1. Just 2 hits and 14 at-bats this year with Stanford for Hayes. One of those hits a double. He played in a total of 17 games with his first year with Stanford. Stanford this season 28-26 with a 13-17 record in the Atlantic Coast Conference, the ACC. Two-one pitch into Hayes. Swings and lofts it to the infielder, Trigg, at second base. Heels just on the grass for that catch to retire Hayes to the first out in the second.
Shortstop, number 11, KG Hattori.
And KG Hattori has his second at-bat after being hit by a pitch. KG Hattori scored a run in the first after reaching, the first base runner to reach for Bellingham, and was cashed in on the RBI knock from Nate Johnson. Now that first pitch is wild, and both base runners moving up. Peschke up to third, Keybon to second. 2 in scoring position now for the shortstop out of Redondo Union High School in California. KG Hattori headed to Cal Poly. They had a ton of guys drafted this year. And the MLB draft wrapped up when the Bellingham Bells had 3 draft selections. Roman Martin selected to the Athletics in the 4th round, number 111. He was a 2024 Bell. Dean West was selected after being a Bell in 2023. He was taken 222nd in the 7th round to the Toronto Blue Jays. Isaac Yeager was picked 405th, the 2023 Bell, selected to the Chicago White Sox in the 14th round. And then Trevor Moore, the Bellingham Bell in 2023 and 2025, was just signed by the Washington Nationals after going undrafted. This is a weak line ball from Hattori that is caught in the glove of Rominger at first. And that will sit down the shortstop to make it 2 outs in the second. Moore was the pitcher for Bellingham during the West Coast League championship game last year. He tossed 5 no-hit innings in the championship game. The no-hitter obviously broken up after he exited, but it was still an awesome start for him. You see him throw out those 5 no-hit frames against Portland. Earned the win in the championship game. Bellingham took over the Pickles. 2 outs, 2 men on for Matt Churchill. Churchill drew a walk in his first at-bat. He takes strike 1 in from the left-hander. The breaking pitch. Oh, 0-1. Foul tip from Churchill for strike 2. No punch-outs for the left-hander Jacob Canale so far in the game. Surrendered just 1 hit, but he has issued 4 walks and 1 hit by pitch. Oh, 2 fouled away from Churchill. Canale can escape this frame scoreless with a strike here to Churchill after walking the 2 first batters in the inning that now are at second and third for your Bells. Ball in the dirt and a block attempted by Hudson. He got enough of it to keep Peschke at third base, so it'll just be ball 1 on Churchill. Ball and 2 strikes on Bellingham's designated hitter, Matt Churchill. Lofts one high, a towering fly ball to left field, but plenty underneath it for Ty Rasmussen to come in and grab it for the 3rd out in the 2nd. So it's a scoreless inning for both teams, and still 1-0 the score as we head into the 3rd.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Into the 3rd inning for this non-league game between the Bellingham Bells and the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase teams. Bells go back on defense here for the 3rd inning. Looking at their defensive lineup in this one, the infield, Tyler Peschke at 3rd, KG Hattori at short, Rashad Hayes at 2nd, and Nate Johnson at 1st. In the outfield, Ramanik Kebon in left, Bo Schinkel in center, with Bryce Johnson in right field. Dylan Moss doing the catching in the battery, working with Cedric Henderson, the starting pitcher, who so far has allowed nothing. 3 up, 3 down in both of the frames that Henderson has pitched here with Bellingham, and will face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters of the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team. The designated hitter, Tate Stearns, to lead things off for CCL, as there's a hot foul ball right towards the CCL's dugout. And luckily, no one hit by that liner. So it'll just be strike 1 on Stearns, the freshman from Johns Hopkins University. The Cascade Collegiate League, the official summer league of the Northwest Athletic Conference, which is the local JUCO here in Washington State and Oregon. The 2025 roster last year included over 75 NWAC student athletes playing in the Cascade Collegiate League. To be accepted into the league, players must be an active member and in good standing with a collegiate baseball program. Players that have used a redshirt season are welcome. And then the top talent end up on this showcase team that travels around and plays the WCL. There's a strikeout for Henderson to begin the third, and he's got 4 already. That one looking shortstop Drew Wicklander next up. The Portland commit out of Sumner High School and highest prospect here on this CCL team, coming off of a 4A state championship. Wicklander, a member of the Sumner High School program that took that 4A state championship win over Gonzaga Prep in the final 7-0 win at Funko Field in Everett. He's down 0-2 to start his at-bat with 1 out in the third. Henderson just pounding in fastballs and pounding in strikes here against these CCL batters. This a righty batting shortstop. That one a miss high for ball 1. Sumner 23-4 this year. Wicklander, member of that team, and headed to the Division I Pilots of Portland. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Henderson as he goes to the slider to take his second strikeout victim in the third. 5 tickets punched so far for Cedric Henderson in his start. 8 straight batters retired, and he'll face Zach Hudson. Try and go perfect the first time through the order against the CCL Showcase squad. Hudson, a sophomore from Bellevue College. Inside pitch is ball 1 to the starting catcher for the CCL Showcase team. Two straight misses and a rare lack of command from Henderson here. Has seen him throw a whole bunch of strikes. Hasn't missed a lot of the zone through this start. Just daring the CCL Showcase hitters to tag him for a hit. This time he goes back to the fastball at 92 on the outside, and it's rung up for strike 1. That one off the hands, and that'll be a hit by pitch as the first base runner. Back to the top of the order after Hudson is hit by a pitch. This is the first batter that Henderson has hit so far as a Bellingham Bell through his 4 and now 5 appearances. Top of the order, Will Bond struck out swinging when he led off the game for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Didn't play at all this year with Eastern Connecticut, a Division III school, but is reportedly headed to Yakima Valley College. Eastern Connecticut this year 25-15 with a 11-5 Little East Conference record. Bond himself a Washington guy out of Tumwater High School. The 1 check swing is a foul ball, so strike 2. No 2 to the center fielder. Just got a piece of the foul ball. Five strikeouts for Henderson already here, and he's trying to cap off a third straight scoreless frame. Stranding the lone base runner on the hit by pitch. That wide miss will give Will Bond a ball to his count. One, two, high and away. Hudson, the first base runner, breaking up the perfect start for Henderson. Still yet to surrender a hit. And a 2-2 count against Will Bond. Henderson set for another pitch to the center fielder. This time it swung on and missed, and Henderson has himself 6 strikeouts through 3 scoreless frames. The right-hander heads Bellingham into the bottom of the third, leading the game 1-0.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the third inning here in Bellingham, a 1-0 lead in a non-league contest between your Bellingham Bells and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. New arm for the Showcase squad into the bottom of the third frame here in Bellingham. Nate Johnson going to do the leading off for Bellingham against this new arm after Jake Canale, the starter, the left-handed pitcher, tossed 2 frames, allowing just the 1 run scored back in the first. He exited after walking a total of 4 batters and giving up 1 hit with 1 hit by pitch. Did not strike out a Bell. And now the new pitcher for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team will be Charlie Peterson. Number 34 right-hander out of Trinity University.
Leading off your Bells in the bottom of the third inning. First baseman, number 6, Nate Johnson.
Nate Johnson drove in the game's first run with his RBI single in the first inning that scored Keiji Hattori. He'll now lead things off for Bellingham. Added now 7 RBI for Johnson on the summer here in his 17th game. But although it is an RBI and a hit towards his season-long total, won't show up in the full stats for Bellingham. These non-league games don't count towards the season-long stats, so that counting stat from Johnson will just be remembered in our heads, not in his actual season-long stats that you'll see at the end of the year. He'll do the leading off here in the bottom of the third, taking ball 1 to start his at-bat against Charlie Peterson, the new arm for the Cascade Collegiate League's Showcase team. Peterson did not play this year for Trinity University. Right-hander here facing Johnson as the first arm up for the Showcase squad as Johnson rips one down the right field side towards the foul line into foul territory, and Castro, the right fielder, into the shade off the right side of your screen just for the first out. As he caught that fly out on the run to retire Nate Johnson. He brings up the other Johnson. No relation between Nate and Bryce, but Bryce Johnson now will bat after being retired on a shallow fly ball to center field in his first at-bat. Peterson, the pitcher out of Trinity University, who this year was 25-19. They held a 14-7 Southern Athletic Association conference record. Bryce ahead in the count, 2-0 with 1 out. Pitch low and outside at 86 for ball 3 to Bryce Johnson. .3-0 bouncing ball to the left side of the infield. The third baseman Dixon with a low throw that's popped out of the glove of Rominger at first, and see how they score it. Could be a base hit. There's a bang play at first base. They say it's a base knock, and I agree with that decision. Bryce Johnson getting a single. Bell's second hit of the game, coming off the new arm, though, the first time against Charlie Peterson. Now we'll throw against Bo Schinkel, who drew a walk. Schinkel at Gonzaga batted .288 this year. Scored 28 runs and had 23 RBI on 45 hits. Gonzaga as a team, 35-19. They won the West Coast Conference regular season title at 22-5, but they went 0-2 in the conference tournament postseason. There's a big off throw that gets away, and now Bryce Johnson heading up into second base, going to make the turn around second. Throw coming into third base, but Johnson a head first slide in safely. He swipes away 2 on the error from the pitcher. Not often do you see that. So although he reached on a play that could have gone either way from a potential error or a hit, him at third base will result from the E1. And Bell's trying to add to their lead with Bo Schinkel at the plate. Schinkel last year played in the Northwoods League for the Badlands Big Sticks, where he hit .290 in that summer collegiate year. 31 games for him there, where he stole 25 bags and scored 22 runs. Also some experience in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. His first season here in the West Coast League. Back with the Bellingham Bells after missing some time with an injury. The Gonzaga center fielder ahead in the count, 2-0 with 1 out. Two and 1, low and inside miss to Schinkel for ball 3. Johnson after his single and the error at third for Bellingham, trying to double the 1-0 lead off of Bo Schinkel's bat. Charlie Peterson trying to find the strike zone. And on a 3-1, he misses outside for ball 4. Dylan Moss, the catcher, after flying out to center field, has a chance to drive in some runs. At least one. Anything as far as lofted to the outfield can score Bryce Johnson. Moss, 15 RBI on the summer for him. It's a Stanford catcher coming off of a senior year at IMG Academy as part of a team that went 22-3. IMG pretty famous for its development of young players in basketball as well as baseball. Moss traveled all the way across the country to IMG Academy, which is in Florida. He's from Atherton, California. Want to know off a foul ball from Moss. Turns 1-1. The Stanford incoming catcher. Ripped it with some hard contact, 92 miles an hour off the bat, but Moss trying to square it up and get it put in play here against Charlie Peterson during his first inning of relief. 2 innings pitched by the starter, Jacob Canale, and struggled with his command. 4 walks and a hit allowed for 1 run. Right now, runners on the corners against Charlie Peterson. The right-hander set for another toss home to Moss. Runner going as the pitch misses high, and no throw coming from Hudson. Schinkel swipes away second base on a steal. He did that 8 times with Gonzaga this year. Last summer did it 25 times in the Northwoods League, and takes away his steal to get him into scoring position as well, right behind Bryce Johnson. 2-1. Foul tip for strike 2. Hey, you know what? Cassie's batting right now in the All-Star game, so he is doing, or the home run derby. So Cassie is doing it. Late on a couple of his swings right now. Check back in on the home run derby and see the Bellingham Bells uniform up. Cassie, he's hitting some line drives, but haven't seen a homer from him. It's Moss here at the ballpark hitting a foul ball to stay in a 2-2 count. That's a big swing from Cassie. Okay, he got one. He got one out. All-Star Games Home Run Derby is live on the Victoria Harbor Cats YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Noah Cassie right now has hit a couple of bombs. 2-2 here in Bellingham on Dylan Moss with runners at second and third. I believe Cassie's round finished. 3 homers from him. I think I saw 3. Bellingham Bells All-Star. I think he's the only representative that's going to do the home run derby for Bellingham. Full count on Dylan Moss. Looking to add to the 1-0 lead here in the Pacific Northwest for Bellingham. And that one missed away, so the bases will be loaded. Back-to-back walks issued from Charlie Peterson to face Tyler Peschke. Peschke, the third baseman, after a walk in the second, up for the second time. The incoming UCLA commit out of Cerritos College this past season. Peschke had a 400 batting average in his JUCO season this year, so it's been a bit of a come down to earth for him in the Bellingham Bells uniform. He's below the Mendoza line entering this game. As the base is loaded. And hits one hard, but foul. So it'll be strike 2 on him. One out in the inning for Tyler Peschke, and the base is loaded. 1-0 the lead for Bellingham. Peschke a swing away from adding to that against the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. 0-2 home to Peschke. Bouncing ball to the ground. Could be 2. McInlander, the shortstop, to second. 4-1 the throw. 2 first, not in time as Trigg couldn't get it across. So instead of a double play, it'll be a RBI fielder's choice for Tyler Peschke to make it 2-0. They'll score a run on that failed double play try. Schenkel will be at third base. Dylan Moss is the batter that's out. Peschke now at first for Romanik Kebon. Still young in Kebon's Bellingham Bells summer here in 2026. Just the 3 league games played against Port Angeles, but he did play in all 3 of the non-league games earlier last week. And Bells faced the Northwest Star Nighthawks, the Everett Merchants, as well as the Bombat Northwest team. Here in another non-league game facing the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase squad. Bellingham has established a 2-0 lead, and pickoff throw to first where Peschke is at. That pitch low to Kebon on a miss for ball 1. Runners on the corners for Romanik Kebon, starting in left field today with the All-Star Jaden Jackson out in Victoria. That breaking pitch from Peterson high for ball 2. 2-1 Peschke going. Keebon, a slow bouncer. The shortstop was going to cover second, so now has to make a throw in the opposite way, and his throw is wild. Peschke now trying for home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline as it goes up the third base line. Keebon at second base. 2 more runs in to score for Bellingham. It'll be a base hit for Keebon, followed by an error by the first baseman.
Back to the top of the order for the Bells. Number 20, Rashad Hayes.
Peschke running on that pitch, causing some chaos there for the CCL Showcase team. Breaking pitch outside to Rashad Hayes, called for a strike as the second baseman now bats with Keebon at second base. 3 runs in the inning to make it 4-0 Bellingham. Inside of Hayes' bat, now he's down 0-2. Peterson hunts the second out in the inning, or the third out in the inning, excuse me. Got Peschke on the fielder's choice for his second out. Peschke went on to score after reaching on that failed double play try. Back pick throw to second base where the runner gets back in safely for Bellingham. Robin Keebon there off of second. As the CCL Showcase squad was looking for a cheeky way to get out of the inning. Swing and a miss from Rashad Hayes, down via a strikeout. It's the first of the game for a Bellingham batter. 3 runs in, though, in the third, and Bellingham adds to their lead here of the CCL Showcase team, now 4-0. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Bells now a 4-0 lead, and looking to extend the good start is going to be Nick Peterson after what a stellar start it was for Cedric Henderson through his first 3 innings. Struck out 6 batters in 3 innings, only allowing a hit by pitch. Nothing else against Henderson, the starter. Now Nick Peterson will take over, a returning Bellingham Bell after being an all-star in 2024. We saw Peterson debut last week during the Bell's non-league game against Bombat Northwest. Peterson will be the left-hander here for the top of the fourth. Try and keep the ball rolling against CCL Showcase team and against Ty Rasmussen, who takes strike one. Peterson tossed a scoreless inning against Bombat Northwest in a 5-2 win. Held the lead when he came in to pitch in relief and picked up 2 strikeouts during his time. Off to an early 0-2 start to the at-bat here against Rasmussen on his 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Peterson's 0-2 is hit away foul to keep Rasmussen alive, who struck out looking in his first at-bat when facing Cedric Henderson. Peterson, coming off of a junior year at UC Santa Barbara, pitched in 5 2/3 innings there. 0-2 swing and a miss, and he sits down the first batter that he faces here in this 4th inning. Peterson gets the strikeout and already 7 Ks for the pitching staff. And it continues to roll on for the Bell's arms as Peterson starts his first batter with a K, and now will face Castro as Caden Castro struck out swinging in his first at-bat, and it'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup against the CCL Showcase team's right-hander. He's showing to bunt here as the CCL Showcase team is trying to get anything. They have no hits in the game, no walks, and only 1 hit by pitch. First one into Castro was a ball. Now he flashes bunt again. Lays it down the first base side, but it goes foul before he gets Dylan Moss to try and pick that one up, and it'll just be a strike. One and one. After a couple of bunt tries, see if Castro does it again. Nope, this time he's going to take a normal approach at the plate and takes ball 2. Nick Peterson dealing on the mound. A Bellingham Bell in 2024 was the West Coast League All-Stars top pitching prospect in the All-Star game. An 0.89 ERA that year for Peterson, as he starred in 30 1/3 innings with Bellingham. 26 punch-outs for the left-hander in that 2024 season. Collegiately, it's just been 2 2/3 innings pitched in 2024, 16 25, and the 5 2/3 this past year for him. Foul ball from Castro to keep him alive. Last summer, Peterson pitched 6 2/3 innings in the North Woods League. And he's back here in the WCL, just his second appearance of the year for Bellingham. Second time facing a non-league opponent. 2-2, a hard hit grounder to Rashad Hayes, moving to his left. That's the second out in the inning on a 4-3 putout. Defense hasn't had to work all too hard so far through this one. Just the 4th putout by a defenseman. The 6 strikeouts from Henderson and the 1 from Peterson. It's been a lot of Ks. Jonathan Rominger now to bat for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. First baseman popped up to the first baseman counterpart, Nate Johnson. Rominger, the freshman from Central Washington University, batting, taking ball 1. This year as a freshman, hit .250 in 23 games, picking up 12 hits in 48 at-bats. Had 2 doubles and a homer of the 12 hits he had for 6 RBI and 8 runs scored. Was named the Central Washington University Male Team Spirit Award winner. Award handed out in the Wildcats organization as there's a swing and a miss as he was out in front on Peterson's pitch for strike 2. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Peterson looking for 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Peterson has 2 strikeouts in his first inning out here in the 4th to keep it 4-0 Bellingham in front of the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom to the 4th inning here in Bellingham, and it's a 4-0 lead for your Bells. KG Hattori to lead things off for Bellingham in the inning. Hattori so far 0 of 1, hit by a pitch in his first frame. A line out to the first baseman in his second time up. Now batting against Charlie Peterson, still in relief for the Cascade Collegiate League's Showcase squad. In the 3rd inning, gave up 3 runs, allowing a base hit or 2 base hits and 2 walks to score those runs. Also an error against the defense for the CCL Showcase squad. So one of the runs unearned. As Hattori puts away a foul ball for strike 2. Hattori spoils an 0-2 pitch from Peterson to stay alive. Oh, 2, breaking pitch missed low. So a ball and 2 strikes on the Bells starting shortstop. Hattori, a ground ball to the right side. First baseman Rominger to get it himself, and that's how the bottom of the 4th starts for Bellingham's offense. A grounder from Hattori. Matt Churchill now batting 0 of 1, a fly out and a walk for the designated hitter to Bellingham. Facing Charlie Peterson for the first time after seeing the lefty starter Jacob Canali his first 2 times through the order. 3rd time through coming here in the 4th inning in a 4-0 lead for Bellingham. The first pitch a strike to Churchill at 86 miles an hour from the right-hander. Churchill late on his swing for 0-2. Hit 13 homers and 7 doubles for a .571 slug this year with Puget Sound. Went along with his .259 batting average in 36 starts. Came after a season where he just batted 71 times as a logger in his freshman season, where he posted a .254 batting average then, slugging half of his hits for extra bases with 5 home runs and 4 doubles. Pup has shown a couple times a home run even here today in this stadium this season, not today, this season. So with the wind dead today also and a hot day in Bellingham, maybe a chance to drive one out of here. 73 degrees right now as it's dropped a little bit below the 79 temperature that it had before first pitch. But still no wind as flags out in center field just lay dead. Usually wind blowing in towards home plate, killing any fly ball that we have at the park. But tonight a night to drive it out. Churchill down on the count 1-2 with 1 out. Left away by Churchill for a 2-2 count. Two balls and 2 strikes. A pitch coming from Charlie Peterson. Churchill, a liner to the second baseman, Trigg, under his glove. He recovers, throws low, and can't be picked by Rominger at first. Bit of a panic there from the second baseman. Trigg had plenty of time, but the baseball clock not on par, and that'll be an error. Nate Johnson drove in the game's first run. Lead since has been added to by 3. 4-0 the lead for Johnson with a man at first. He's 1 for 2. Johnson came out of Westlake High School as a shortstop, but that 6'5" frame finding a home corner of the infields for the Bellingham Bells and for Tulane. Was rated as the 24th best shortstop in California for his 2024 class. Played in 41 games as a freshman, 50 this past year at Tulane. Last summer was in the California Collegiate League with the Canelo Oaks. 5 games, hitting .385 with them. This year the batting average has flirted with .300. And the count right now 2-0. Hitters count for Johnson, the lefty batting first baseman. He sits off of a pitch that misses, and for good reason. Now ball 3. 6 walks issued by the Cascade Collegiate League staff so far. .3-0 called for strike 1. 82-mile-an-hour pitch from Peterson avoids him issuing his third walk of his start or his relief outing. But he's still got to find the zone again on a 3-1 to Johnson. Pickoff throw to first base. Churchill back safely. Churchill on base for the second time in the game. A walk in the first. He was left on base then. Another pickoff move to first where Churchill's back safely. Not a threat to run, but Peterson maybe just needing a breather on the mound, just trying to break things up from the rhythm, missing the strike zone. But in my opinion, you just threw your first strike of the at-bat. Why not just keep going at home? As he walks Nate Johnson right there. You throw your first strike of the at-bat, then throw over to first base 2 times. Just feels like you're breaking up the rhythm of finally finding the strike zone. I'm not out there, though. 2 men on now for Bryce Johnson. LC State College senior. Johnson is 1 of 2 in the game, scored a run with his single in the 3rd. First pitch misses upstairs to him for ball 1. Runners going on the hit and run. Bryce Johnson swung and missed at a pitch way low and away. It was a good jump by both the base runners. Didn't have to try for it, but maybe felt pressure with the hit and run on. But it will be runners at second and third. What goes down is some steals for Matt Churchill And Nate Johnson, not your typical guys to steal bags, but obviously saw something on the delivery from Peterson that made head coach Alan Gear at third base give the sign. 1-1 popped up foul and back out of play off the right side from Bryce. 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. One run in the first inning, 3 in the third for Bellingham. Now trying to add to it with 2 men in scoring position in the fourth. Only 1 out. Charlie Peterson's 1-2, home to Bryce Johnson. A bouncing ball to the shortstop, Wick Lander. Churchill stays at third. The throw is high, and Johnson is safe. No tag applied. Bases will be loaded as the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team commits another error. The second in the inning. Bases loaded for Bo Schinkel in his return to Bellingham so far. It's been 2 walks drawn. Playing 7 games for the Bells earlier this summer. Back after missing some time. Pitch low and inside is going to be ball 1. I wish I could update you on the home run derby out in Victoria, but I just have no idea how the scoring format is working out there. Right now, the score showing Harbor Cats 49, Team North 48. I don't think anyone hit 49 homers, so there must be some scoring system that I don't know because I'm not listening to it. I'm just keeping it on a tab here, tracking on the YouTube to see when. I was more just looking to see when Noah Cassie was swinging, and I got to see that. Cassie, I think, hit 3 homers over the fence. I don't know how many points that got the team, but looks like the North might be done out in the home run derby. O'Shinkle, that's a chopping ground ball to the first baseman, but, down the first base line, going to be called for an out. That's the second out. It's a run scoring out, though, for Schinkel. 3-1 put out for the CCL's defense. Churchill in to score. Nate Johnson moving up to third, and Bryce Johnson is second. Dylan Moss batting next. 2 men in scoring position for the Bells. A 5-0 lead now as Moss shoots it out to center field. Well struck. Bond is back, though, to make the catch. And we go to the 5th. 5-0 the lead for Bellingham here in the non-league Tuesday night action.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Here in Bellingham for the 5th inning of a non-league game between the Bellingham Bells and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase squad. Nick Peterson back out for his 2nd inning in relief. Struck out 2 in a perfect 4th inning for him. Just 1 base runner for the CCL Showcase squad in this game. hit by pitch for the catcher Hudson, bottom of the order hitter against Henderson. 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming up for the CCL Showcase squad after Bellingham gets its 5th run in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's now 5-0. Right now, Matt Churchill doing the warm-up, catching for Nick Peterson. Dylan Moss was the last batter up in the bottom of the 4th inning, so has to get his catcher gear on before heading back behind home plate. He'll tag out Matt Churchill to take last warm-up throw here from Nick Peterson, left-hander for Bellingham in his 2nd appearance of the summer. Nick Peterson initially out of Orange Lutheran High School in California. He was All Trinity League 2nd team as a senior. He's the brother of the Bellingham Bells closer from last year, Colt Peterson, the Stanford pitcher. Colt's on the mound, struck out the final batter of the West Coast League Championship game last year down in Portland. Big moment that will be remembered in the Peterson family for a long time. And now Nick Peterson trying to create his own legacy. He can add on to it. I mean, an 0.89 ERA in 2024. He was one of the best arms we had that summer. And now here back in 2026 with the Bells, delivering strike 1 in here against Diego Dixon, who shoots a fly ball to Bo Schinkel. Easy can of corn for the Bells center fielder to start the 5th. CCL's next batter is Bobby Trigg, the 2nd baseman, ground out to 3rd in his first at-bat. In 27 games at Bellevue College this past year, he hit .245 with 4 doubles and a homer. Tallied 11 RBI and 15 runs. Strike 1 in on him. His freshman year at Bellevue hit .258 in 27 games, scoring 24 runs on 23 hits. Initially out of West Seattle High School here in Washington. Stayed local down in Kinko. Foul ball and strike 2 on Trigg. Four straight retired so far for the lefty arm out of the pen, Nick Peterson. The first arm to throw for Bellingham's bullpen in this non-league game. Left-handed pitcher and a 1-2 count against Trigg. Kicks and deals with 1 out, and it's just spoiled away by the 2nd baseman. We'll see another toss from Peterson. So these games, non-league games, the West Coast League, of course, is where the Bellingham Bells play. Throughout the league, they'll play 54 league games. Top 4 teams in each division, North and South Division, make the playoffs with first half and second half winners earning automatic playoff berths. This is a well-struck fly ball to Bo Schinkel in center. And back-to-back putouts for the Gonzaga center fielder. Have 2 down in the 5th. 54-game season. The season ends on August 5th. Playoffs begin 2 days later with the title game slated for August 13th this year. But although there's 54 games in the season, we have more than those days in the summer. And we have some times where there's open parts in the schedule. And the goal of this league is to develop players, so teams try to maximize the amount of games in days that they're playing, which is why you have some of these non-league teams filling in schedules like the Cascade Collegiate League right now playing in a game. And, you know, you could argue, well, why not just have a couple extra league games? Well, that adds scheduling issues, and then you have the scheduling length change a little bit, no longer 54 games, and you're talking 57 or 60. CCL games, the Northwest Star Nighthawks games, the games against the Pacific International League are chances for teams to not have to be so stressed out about playing their league opponents and thinking about the postseason. It's a chance for guys to just go out there and throw, perform, do things that you've been working on. All these guys are trying to work on pitches. Nick Peterson's only tossing in his 2nd Bells outing, and it's also given some guys different chances to start at different spots. This is the All-Star break where teams should be having it off. You know, in the major leagues, no one's playing non-league baseball games just because the All-Star break's going on. No, but in a developmental league like the WCL, that's exactly why. And we're not the only team. I mean, today, right now, Port Angeles is playing the Dub C Fish Sticks. Ridgefield is playing the Redmond Dudes. Corvallis is playing Gunderson baseball, who we'll see later. And Bend is playing the Gresham Grey Wolves. Here in Bellingham, it's a 5-0 lead for the home team. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Peterson throws with 2 outs. Tate Stearns, a foul ball to stay alive. Peterson looking for his put-away pitch and 1-2. That one roped down the third baseline foul. Dylan Moss in his future will likely be catching Colt Peterson, Nick's brother. That could be a fun story to have between them. Hey, I caught your brother during the West Coast League summer with the Bellingham Bells last year. Dylan Moss headed to Stanford, of course, where Colts plays at. Nick Peterson, a member of UC Santa Barbara's baseball team, here with Bellingham and a 1-2 count. Inside strike 3 given. 3 punch-outs across 2 frames for Nick Peterson, and 6 straight retired for the lefty as we head to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home here in Bellingham.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Mar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. The Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team has a new arm on the hill here as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway through this ball game, a 5-0 lead for the good guys as the Bellingham Bells lead the CCL Showcase squad, a non-league matchup here this Tuesday evening. Charlie Peterson gets 2 innings of work on the hill, allows 4 runs with 2 of them being earned. Walks 3 batters, gives up 2 hits for his runs allowed. Had 1 strikeout. And passes the baton to Drew Marino. Tyler Peschke will lead things off for the Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 5th inning. Peschke in the game, 0 of 1, reached on a fielder's choice that drove in a run, and then he also scored a run himself after reaching on that fielder's choice. Bell's third baseman has a walk. Run scored an RBI, but no hits. The first pitch is in the dirt to Peschke for ball 1. Swing and a miss from Peschke for strike 1. Marino out of Laverne University tossing here, a right-hander for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Got his first strike onto Peschke, but that ball is away for ball 2. Marino initially out of Bothell High School here in Washington State. His freshman year at Laverne consisted of 3 relief outings for 2 1/3 innings pitched as Peschke grounds this to the third baseman, Dixon. Wild throw to the first baseman and no tag applied from Rominger. It continues to stack up the errors for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase squad. It's going to be error number 5. Peschke on via the error by the third baseman Dixon. Now Keybon up, who's 1 of 1, drove in a run with a single and also has drawn a walk. For the pitcher on the mound, 2 1/3 innings pitched with Laverne this year for Marino. 2 hits and 2 walks issued. Did not allow a run, and a pickoff throw to first got Tyler Peschke out. So Marino cleans up the error himself. My defense behind me can't get the outs. I'll get them myself. I'll pick off guys. And he gets the first out. Now faces Romanick Keybon with the bases wiped empty. 2 balls on a couple of misses so far to Keybon. 2-0 Keybon off the inside of his bat. Flares one out to shallow left for Rasmussen. Sprinting in from left field, and Ty Rasmussen puts away the Bells left fielder out and left. Lineup turns over to Rashad Hayes, who so far tonight has been the only Bellingham Bell to strike out, but 0 of 3 overall as the leadoff man for your Bells. He'll bat with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-0 the lead for the Bells over the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. First pitch is a breaking ball to Hayes. Drew Marino trying to post a scoreless frame in his first inning of relief. So far it's been 2 innings by the starter, Jacob Cannelly. He allowed 1 run with 4 walks and a hit. Then Charlie Peterson went 2 innings of relief on 2 hits and 3 walks, gave up 4 runs with 2 of them being earned. A couple of errors helping him not have earned runs against him, but not helping the score for the CCL Showcase team, who's down 5-0 with 5 errors on the board by the visitors. Already won in this inning, but that wiped away on a pickoff move. One pitch on Rashad Hayes, missing high and in for ball 2. Two one pulled for ball 3. Hayes trying to reach for the first time in this game. So far, he's the only Bellingham Bell to not touch first base safely. Three and 1 pitch home to Hayes. Called for strike 2 and a full count now on the Stanford second baseman. Payoff pitch, bounced by Hayes to the third baseman Dixon. A chance to redeem himself on a low throw in time for the out. And after he led off the inning with an error, gets the final put out in the 5th for a scoreless inning for the first time since the 2nd inning. We go to the 6th. Bells lead at 5-0 here in Joe Martin Field.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Into the 6th inning in Bellingham, 5-0 the lead for your Bells in a non-league contest against the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Nick Peterson will return for a third inning of relief. Right now he's in line for a victory should the Bells keep in front of the CCL Showcase team. 6 straight retired for Peterson in relief. 3 strikeouts to his name as well. Drew Wicklander going to lead it off as the shortstop struck out swinging in his first at-bat, and his second at-bat comes here in the 6th. It's been all Bellingham Bells. Only base runner hit by pitch issued by Cedric Henderson in the 3rd. Wicklander, the shortstop, batting here to start off the 6th. There's a swing and miss at the first pitch for strike 1 to get the 6th inning underway. Wicklander is the number 3 shortstop in Washington for the 2026 class, according to Perfect Game, and he cues a short ground ball to Rashad Hayes on an inside-out swing for the first out in the 6th inning, grounded it away to Hayes. First out in the 6th on the grounder. Zach Hudson will bat. So far, the only CCL player to touch first base safely on the hit by pitch. Now bats with 1 out against Nick Peterson. First pitch is just below the zone for ball 1. Hudson hit .273 with Bellevue College this year. 30 hits in 35 games for him. Had 4 doubles and 3 home runs to tally 17 RBI and 20 runs scored. That outside strike given to Peterson for 1-1 on the same pitch style, the off speed. As a freshman with Bellevue, Hudson hit .286 in 25 games, picking up 8 doubles of his 20 hits, and he drove in 13 runs while scoring 17. Thought about offering, and they say he doesn't go, so it'll be ball 2. Peterson with the same pitch 3 straight times to Hudson. The catcher comes from Lake Washington High School here in the state. 2-1. That one called for a strike. The fastball from Peterson makes it 2-2. 7 straight sat down for Nick Peterson in relief. Now a 2-2. Is not a swing, but maybe could have been called a strike as well. It'll be a full count. Couple of borderline pitches for Peterson during this at-bat. Now needs his best in a 3-2 count against Hudson with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Bell's left-handed pitcher home in a 3-2. This one crushed out to left field. In is Keybon. He can't get it off his glove, and that's the game's first hit. That'll be a base knock, and Hudson not only breaking up the perfect game in the 3rd, he breaks up the no-hitter in the 6th inning with a single to left field. Keybon tried to dive for it. In no-hitters, you need moments like that where there's diving plays, there's close plays that are made. And those are usually the deciding plays, but obviously we had plenty of game left, but it was fun while it lasted. 5 no-hit innings, but here in the 6th, it's a 1-out single from Hudson to get Cascade Collegiate League on the hit column. That one inside to Bond, moved out of the way of the pitch up and into him. Strike 1 called on Bond. So far he's gone down via 2 strikeouts. Both of those against Henderson, though. This is the first time Peterson is facing him. Called for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first for the CCL Showcase team. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Nick Peterson's pitch to the lefty batter Bond is swung on and missed. Drop 3rd strike. But with a runner on first, Bond was trying to go down to first base, but runner on first, drop 3rd strike, you're auto out. Peterson gets his 4th strikeout now, 10 for the staff. 2 outs in the 6th, but the no-hitter burned. Ty Rasmussen, a pair of strikeouts for him in his first 2 at-bats. Swing and a miss from Rasmussen at the first one inside from Peterson. Strike 1 on his 89-mile-an-hour fastball. 3rd inning of relief for Peterson here in the 6th. Looking at first base as he throws home. Fastball just missed low, they say. One half-hearted swing. It was Rasmussen trying to pull back, but he went well around for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes on the Yakima Valley College freshman headed into his sophomore year out of Kuna High School in Idaho. Yakima Valley, plenty of members on this team. They were 30-21 this year. Even 14-14 record in the NWAC East. And foul ball from Rasmussen keeps him alive in the 1-2. I just noticed Dinger sitting behind home plate. That is hilarious. He's watching along just like the rest of us. He's tired. It's hot out there, Dinger. Why not take a seat and watch the ball? Oh, that's awesome. 1-2 swing and miss. And you know what's awesome? Nick Peterson's relief outing. 3 scoreless frames. The no-hitter gone, but Peterson picking up himself 5 strikeouts of relief as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Bellingham. 5-0 the lead for the Bells over the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team here in Bellingham for a non-league contest tomorrow, 6:35, a non-league game against the Dub C Fish Sticks of the Pacific International League. And then we'll have a Thursday non-league game for you as well with the Bellingham Bells hosting Gunderson Baseball, who right now is playing the Corvallis Knights. KG Hattori going to lead things off for your Bellingham Bells here in the bottom of the 6th. Hattori first pitch swinging a ground ball to the second baseman Trigg. There's a clean play by the CCL defense to get the first out. It's been 5 errors on defense by the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Right there, though, able to get the first out routinely to begin the 6th. Matt Churchill quickly up. Designated hitter batting here for Bellingham as he's looking for his first hit. 0 for 2 with a walk. Scored a run after reaching on an error in the fourth. 1-0 inside to Churchill, given for a strike. It's Drew Marino working in relief. So far, it's been 2 innings by each arm for CCL. Looks like that trend might continue as well. Got some action in their bullpen. It's the breaking pitch to Churchill is ball 2. Churchill, a take for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Drew Marino into his second inning of relief. First batter retired. Now against Churchill, though. This is crushed high out to left field by him. Back to the wall. It is off the top of the wall. Churchill is rounding second. Rasmussen might be hurt out in left field. He's down. Churchill rounding third and will slow trot into home. I mean, is that an inside the park? Is that an inside the park home run for Matt Churchill? I mean, it's a little rough with Rasmussen getting hurt out in left field, and right now the CCL is checking out on things. Churchill all the way around to score. It's going to be scored as an inside the park home run. Right now, just the concern with hoping that Rasmussen's all right. No padding out there on the walls. It's straight up wood, and he tried to leap up against the Lone Pine Auto Glass tarp out there, one of the advertisements in left field, and caught something. I don't know if the ball hit him. I couldn't see it. It's not on the replay because it's just off the left side of the screen at the angle that we've got. Right now, the Cascade Collegiate team just hoping that Ty Rasmussen's all right in left field. Bells get the run in to score. It'll be 6-0 the lead. Rasmussen is back up. Looks like he might stay in the game as well. It's an inside the park home run for Churchill. Man, I thought he got enough of it. That was center cut, 33-degree launch angle, 94 miles an hour off the bat. It's pretty close to being a homer, but just not far enough. Maybe a little bit too much under it for Churchill. Thought he got his third of the year over the fence, but it'll be technically a home run for him in the 6th. Taking advantage of the fielder getting hurt out there in left field. But the game plays on. Ball was in play. Nate Johnson swinging at this one, lining it to Trigg at second base for the inning's second out. Bryce Johnson's 1 of 3 with a run scored. Batting with 2 down in the 6th. One more run in to score for Bellingham to make it 6-0 with the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team as the foul ball is popped back behind home plate and out of play against Bryce Johnson for strike 1. Drew Marino allowing his first run in relief off the inside the park home run. Oh, 1 a bouncer from Johnson, but foul. Strike 2 on Bellingham's right fielder. Oh, 2 breaking pitch. Johnson thought about going, but they say he doesn't on the appeal, so it won't be a drop third strike. Instead, just ball 1 to Bryce Johnson. One, 2, won't go with that slider again. Marino trying to get Johnson to chase, so even count against Bellingham's right fielder. Fly out in the first, base hit in the 3rd, and a run scored. Reached on an error in the 4th. A 2-2. Bouncing ball from Bryce for another foul ball, and it stays even. Marino looking for a put away. 2-2. Breaking pitch just missed away. That one broke off the plate a little bit away from Johnson, and he has himself into a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 run in off the inside the park homer from Matt Churchill. Three-two. Popped him up. Shallow center. It'll be shallow enough for the second baseman, Trigg, to make the catch. So the second baseman gets all 3 of the outs in the 6th to push us into the 7th. 6-0 after the inside the Parker.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Seventh inning of baseball here on the Tuesday evening in Bellingham between the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team and your Bellingham Bells. Non-league baseball here in the West Coast League. During the All-Star break, we've got some non-league action. Not the only ones in the league. We'll get some scores in just a second for you because we got a new pitcher on the mound. Kenneth Johnson taking over on the hill for Nick Peterson following 3 relief innings. So far, 3 innings from the starter. Cedric Henderson, 3 by Nick Peterson, who struck out 5 and only allowed 1 hit as his lone base runner. Of course, no runs in as the lead is 6-0 Bellingham as we enter the 7th. Kenneth Johnson, the junior from Ottawa, headed into his senior season here in Bellingham. Toss in the 7th, and the first batter he faces is Castro. ERA at 7.8 for Kenneth Johnson so far this season. In 15 innings, he's given up 15 runs, with 13 of those being earned. 17 hits and 9 walks for Johnson as a Bellingham Bell as he makes his 9th appearance of the year. 1-1 breaking pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. He has 12 strikeouts in 15 innings. Bellingham staff, 11 punch-outs between 6 from Cedric Henderson and 5 from Nick Peterson. Ball 2 missing high and away to Castro. It's an 2-2 count on the batter that's gone 0 of 2 in the game. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Drop third strike from Moss. His throw to first is high to Nate Johnson, but he catches it. So it'll be a strikeout for Johnson to begin the 7th inning and begin his first inning of relief. West Coast League seeing some action, even though it's all non-league, with the All-Star festivities starting in Victoria today. Right now, Corvallis and the Knights leading Gunderson baseball 4-2. We'll see Gunderson on Thursday for a 6:35 game here at Joe Martin Field. The Dub C Fish Sticks lead the Port Angeles Lefties in the bottom of the 7th, 4-1. We'll see the Fish Sticks here tomorrow, members of the Pacific International League. Swing and a miss at the pitch high to Rominger. The Bend Elks leading the Gresham Grey Wolves 7-2. Top of the 7th at Bend, and then Ridgefield hosting the Redmond Dudes. They're up 3-0 in the top of the 6th over the Dudes. Sunset here at Joe Martin Field right now, 8:36 local time. Strike 2 in on the first baseman, so an 0-2 start to the at-bat for the second batter face for Kenneth Johnson in relief. Trying to continue where the first two pitchers have left the game. 6 innings from Cedric Henderson and Nick Peterson combined for 11 strikeouts, no walks issued, and only 1 hit and 1 hit by pitch allowed. Perfect game got broken up in the 3rd inning, the no-hitter broken up in the 6th. Here into the 7th for Kenneth Johnson in a 1-2 count. Popped up to center field for Bo Schinkel, who has the second out. 2 up, 2 down to start the relief outing for Kenneth Johnson. Man, it's going to be an interesting close to this game because this game goes on as it's been going, and the only base hit in the 6th is off that diving attempt from Keybon. Oh, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt real bad. But at this point, I'm rooting for the CCL team to get another hit because I don't want that to be the reason why we missed out on the potential no-hitter. Diego Dixon at the plate. Foul ball after the first pitch miss from Johnson. Kenneth Johnson held a 1.90 ERA over 42 2/3 innings pitched with Ottawa this year. That was across 9 starts and 1 relief appearance. And 42 2/3 struck out 40 batters to just 15 walks and was second team all-conference. Breaking pitch is strike 2 on the third baseman for the CCL Showcase squad. One, 2. Fouled away off the right side. One, 2. Breaking pitch popped up left side for the catcher in foul territory, Dylan Moss with the snag. It's a 1-2-3 7th. Pitch by Kenneth Johnson of relief, and we'll stretch here. The Bells comfortably in front, 6-0.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team is going to showcase a new arm. Tyler Rutgers is going to pitch after another 2 inning of relief appearance by a CCL pitcher, 2 from the starter, 2 from Charlie Peterson, 2 from Drew Marino. Marino just 1 run allowed across his 2 innings. That was off the injury inside the park home run that Matt Churchill had in the 6th inning, taking advantage of the man that was down out in left field. And now it'll pass things over to Tyler Rutgers. Marino, 2 innings of relief, did not have a strikeout, only allowed 1 hit, no walks for him. Pretty good relief outing, but he'll pass the ball to the right-hander out of Yakima Valley College, Tyler Rutgers. As the 4th arm to pitch for CCL.
Leading out for the Bells in the bottom of the 7th inning, center fielder, number 21, Bo Schinkel.
Bo Schinkel doing the leading off for Bellingham in the bottom of the 7th. Back in Bellingham after missing some time with an injury, but Bells needed some extra players while 5 total players are gone for the All-Star break, 4 position players, and including a couple of outfielders that we use. Aspen Alexander, Noah Cassie, and Jaden Jackson all playing in the outfield. And Bo Schinkel, timely now back in Bellingham, taking ball one at the plate. As he returns back to form, 2 walks in the game and a ground out for Schinkel. Strike one called in on him. The first strike delivered from Rutgers. This one skied out to right field for Castro in to get it in right center. Schinkel retired on the fly ball to begin the bottom of the 9th.
Now batting for the Bells, number 10, catcher Dylan Moss.
Brings up Dylan Moss with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Rutgers is coming off of a freshman year at Shasta Community College on the mound. He was a converted catcher, pitching in 22 innings for his freshman year, making 4 starts and 5 relief appearances. Tossed a .655 ERA during that time, and in 22 innings had 16 strikeouts to 12 walks. Allowed 31 hits. Here against Dylan Moss, after getting strike 1, misses on his breaking pitch for ball 1. He's now committed to Yakima Valley College for his sophomore season, following a Shasta season where the team was just 16-22 with a 14-11 conference record. Breaking pitch into Dylan Moss, called for a strike. As the Stanford catcher faces off against the Yakima Valley College right-hander. First inning of relief for Rutgers. Bouncing ball from Moss to the third baseman Dixon. Rocket throw across the diamond, beating out the speedy Moss. 2 up, 2 down so far for Tyler Rutgers in relief for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Pair of good outs, and now faces Tyler Peschke, looking for the first ever perfect inning tossed in this game. So far there's been base runners in every single inning for the Bellingham Bells against the CCL Arms. The closest was the 5th inning, where there was an error that allowed Peschke to reach. It was the minimum face for the Arm, but there's been no inning where it's been 3 straight outs gained by a pitcher. Rutgers trying to do that here against Peschke, who is 0-2 in the game with an RBI on his fielder's choice in the 3rd. Also scored a run after reaching on that same fielder's choice. Peschke also drew a walk in the 2nd. His only time on base safely, aside from the fielder's choice that resulted in an out. A couple of misses wide from Tyler Rutgers for a 2-1 count, and the number 22 third baseman headed to UCLA for the fall. Two and 1 bouncer to the shortstop. Backhanded grab from Wicklander. A tough throw across the diamond is not late as it came in weakly, bouncing to first base. That'll be an infield single for Peschke, and it's his first hit of the game. Romanick Keebon went out on a flyout in his last at-bat. 1 of 2 in the game with an RBI and a walk. Fly ball from Keebon on a swing to center. Despite the single from Peschke, it's a scoreless inning from Tyler Rutgers as we go into the 8th. 6-0 lead for the Bellingham Bells.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bell's making a pitching change for the 8th inning. Just a scoreless inning of relief for Kenneth Johnson in the 7th, going 1-2-3 and passing the ball to Ben McKinnon in relief. McKinnon will be the 4th arm to throw for Bellingham following 3 innings of pitching from Cedric Henderson and Nick Peterson. It's the 1-inning frame by Kenneth Johnson to give it to Ben McKinnon. For the 8th, top of the 8th, they'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. The sophomore from Bossier Parish Community College. As McKinnon so far with the Bellingham Bells, just 1 league appearance for him and a non-league outing as well. But in his league appearance against the Port Angeles Lefties, he tossed a scoreless inning, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 2 batters. 1 hit was a double, but no runs against McKinnon, as he's back in Bellingham for a 3rd Bells summer. Appearances in 2025 and 2024 for this right-hander out of Surrey. With a 6-0 lead, he's comfortably in front. Starting the game off with a swinging foul ball from Bobby Trigg. Second baseman is 0 of 2 in the game. The only hit coming from Hudson. The only 2 base runners for the CCL team have been from Hudson, the bottom of the order hitter, who was hit by a pitch and delivered a single. No hitter broken up in the 6th inning. Ben McKinnon right now against Bobby Trigg, starting with a ball and a strike. The right-hander's 1-1 home. It's a fastball from McKinnon at 92, but it misses low. Two and one popped up. Foul territory for the catcher and Johnson, the 3rd baseman, but the ball just out of play. It lands in the seats over the fence, so it'll be strike 2 on Trigg. So a 2-2 as Trigg gets the slow walk back into the right-handed batter's box. CCL looking for any signs of life here in the 8th inning to come away something good here in the game. Ball 3 inside to Trigg, missing for a full count. Three-two, low and away. Oh, my, called for strike 3. So Ben McKinnon gets the strikeout. Wow. That'll be 13th strikeout by the Bellingham Bells pitching staff. Johnson picking up his 1 without allowing a hit or a walk in his perfect 7th. 6 from Henderson, the starter, 5 from Peterson, and then 1 from Johnson. Stearns 0-2, 2 strikeouts looking for the DH in the game. Ben McKinnon missed on ball 1 high. That ball missing for a 2-0 count. McKinnon, the new right-hander, ready to go as Stearns goes through his sweeping routine. It's like sweeping his bat like a broom up there. Ben McKinnon back in 2025 led Bossier Parish Community College in innings pitched with 70 1/3. Look at the sweep. That was only 2 times. Waggled a couple more times first time. Takes the 4-pitch walk, and the CCL Showcase team will have just its 3rd base runner of the game. Wicklander is now up. The shortstop 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout for him. One out pitch. Missed to Wicklander for ball 1. In 2025, Ben McKinnon had a .360 ERA in 5 innings for the Bells across 3 games. High fly ball, shallow enough for Rashad Hayes, the second baseman, to make the play. And there's 2 down in the top of the 8th. Zach Hudson so far has been the dangerous man for the showcase team. The single to break up the no-hitter in the 6th. The hit by pitch that broke up the perfect game in the 3rd. He's responsible for 2 of the 3 times that CCL has even touched first base safely. This now coming with Stearns at first base with a walk, the only 3rd time, the only non-Zach Hudson batter to be at first base. First pitch got him to slice it foul off the right side. Nate Johnson running to watch it drop over and into the seats. It'll just be strike 1. Oh, and 1. That called for ball 1 on Hudson. Ben McKinnon with 2 outs in his first inning of relief here in the 8th inning. 1-1 count against Hudson. The walk the man at first. This bouncing ball gets away from behind home plate, and up to second base goes Stearns off the wild pitch. First base runner into scoring position for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. 2-1 count for Hudson. McKinnon steps off the rubber, adjusts his hat and his belt, and settles back onto the first base side of the hill. Bells with a comfortable 6-0 lead, but McKinnon trying to get through his first inning of relief here in the 8th. Struggling with some control here as it's now 3 balls and 1 strike as his fastball has been a bit wild. Three balls and a strike. Already 1 walk in the inning for McKinnon. That will be the second. Jim Clem is going to go out to the mound. Jim Clem taking a mound visit to have a word with Ben McKinnon, an arm he worked with last season. Clem here with the Bells. Longest tenured coach by far, joined the staff in 2011. The only season he missed since was 2024, the first year that McKinnon pitched with the Bells. Spent most of that time as a pitching coach and recruiting coordinator. Spent the 2023 season as the head coach. Carlos Arroyo was a pitching coach then. Coach Clem had a great record that 2023 season as the head coach, 37-19. I mean, right now the Bellingham Bells this season are 22-14. There's only 12 more home games left on the schedule. I saw that number today and actually just couldn't believe it. Only 12 more home games. If you haven't got to the ballpark, now's the time. Weather's getting nice. You got some giveaways coming up for you as well, and a couple of non-league games here. If you don't want to watch those, that's okay, but we'll have league action again for you the next time the Bellingham Bells are here at home. These next couple non-league games are the last of the season. It'll be league games from here on out following Thursday. Next contest Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The Colonial Falcons come to town, and then The 31st of July begins a 3-game set against Victoria. Play against the Harvard Cats on the 1st and 2nd of August, followed by the final series of the regular season, 3rd, 4th, and 5th against the Edmonton Riverhawks. Bond swings at the 0-1 pitch to go 0-2. He's a strikeout away from the Golden Sombrero. No balls and 2 strikes. That one low in the dirt as the base runners move up 90 feet. Bond already wearing the sombrero with 3 strikeouts in the game. Another one here would be a golden sombrero. It's a baseball slang for someone who strikes out 4 times in one game. One, two. That taken for strike 3, and Bond once again is sat down via a K. It's a scoreless 8th for Ben McKinnon and the Bells, stranding 2 on base to hold a 6-0 lead entering the bottom of the 8th inning.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bellingham. New arm for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team as potentially their last time to throw. They'll throw Landon Taylor, the freshman from Yakima Valley College, taking over for Tyler Rutgers, who goes just 1 inning of relief, tossing a scoreless inning in the 7th. The lead sitting at 6-0 Bellingham in front of the Showcase team. Landon Taylor, the freshman right-hander from Yakima Valley College, to pitch next. He'll face the top of the order, Rashad Hayes, KG Hattori, and Matt Churchill. Batters due up for the Bellingham Bells, up 6-0 in their non-league game. A non-league game tomorrow night here at the ballpark, 6:35 the start time, facing the Dub C Fish Sticks. Could be a pretty interesting matchup just because you see in the West Coast League right now, the Dub C Fish Sticks have a 5-1 lead over the Port Angeles Lefties. Bells are coming off a 5-2 win against the Lefties, so obviously it's a different game, but the Dub C Fish Sticks should probably contend, and maybe will make for a fun non-league game. We'll just have to see, though. Rashad Hayes to bat, trying to snap his 0 for 4 streak here at the plate. Strikeout, 2 ground outs, and a pop-up from Hayes in the game. Swings at the first pitch from Landon Taylor, the right-hander out of Yakima Valley College, pitching here with the CCL Showcase team. Taylor, 3 innings pitched this collegiate year, allowed 6 runs on 7 hits and 6 walks with 5 strikeouts. He had an ERA of 18, a whip of 4.33. Limited sample size, obviously, just the 3 innings, so trying to work on some stuff here in the summer. In the 8th inning, 1-1 count on Rashad Hayes, a 6-0 lead on the scoreboard for your Bellingham Bells. Breaking pitch for strike 2 on Hayes, 1-2 on the leadoff man for the 8th. Hayes 0 for 4 in the game. Pop-up from Hayes, shallow in left center, enough for Wicklander, the shortstop, to have the play for the first down. Looks like Rashad Hayes might end his night 0 for 5 as the only Bell to not be at first base safely in at least one of his at-bats. Geiji Hattori has been there on a hit by pitch, but he's 0 for 3 overall with a run scored. Bat against Landon Taylor next. Taylor, the right-hander out of North Creek High School in Washington. There's the California shortstop Keiji Hattori up. 1 down to start the relief outing for Taylor. His breaking pitch high and away to Hattori. That one wide on the 83-mile-an-hour fastball pitch from Taylor. Two-0 rope foul down the first base side. Hattori's first strike. Shortstop hit that one 94 miles an hour, but too early on his swing. Bell's off of 3 straight non-league wins last week. Picked up a series win over the Port Angeles Lefties, taking 2 of 3, and now here in another non-league stretch for the next couple of days. Looking to take a win tonight against the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team as that ground ball hit to the first baseman Rominger is underhand toss to the covering pitcher Taylor for second out in the inning.
Next up for your Rebels, number 19, Matt Churchill.
Matt Churchill scored on a inside the park home run in the 6th inning. Crushed a fly ball that bounced off the top of the wall, and it was Ty Rasmussen colliding with the wall and falling down that allowed Churchill to round the bases. He leisurely strolled into home with the Rasmussen injured player out in left field not able to field it, and Rasmussen ended up staying in the game. He's still out there in left. Backing up right now for Churchill's at-bat, who swung through strike 1. Churchill hit it well, but just not well enough to get it out of the ballpark. Not windy tonight, so I really thought that one had a chance to go, but got the Bells a run either way, and on that breaking pitch, he's down 0-2. On the game, it makes him 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk, also an RBI because of the solo homer, if you can call it that. Helped add to the 6-0 lead with the 6th run of the game in the 6th inning. Taking on 0-2 for ball 1. Up and in at 83 from Taylor. One-two pitch from the new right-hander coming home. Spoiled on a breaking pitch for Churchill. Bell's at the plate, only 1 strikeout in the game. Rashad Hayes striking out in the 3rd against Charlie Peterson. Taylor trying to hunt one here for a 1-2-3 8th inning, something that hasn't been done all night. Now 2-2 off the high miss. Drew Marino faced the minimum in the fifth inning, but gave up a base runner on an error. Right now it's 2 up, 2 down for Landon Taylor, looking to go 1-2-3. As he delivers the 2-2. Churchill skies it to center field. Bond backing up into right center. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning by the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team to send us to the 8th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. 6-0 the lead into the 9th inning here in Bellingham as the Bells lead the Cascade Collegiate League's showcase team, and Jordan Chancellor will make an appearance a week after striking out the side against the Northwest Star Nighthawks. So he'll now throw here, looking to just close out the non-league win. Ben McKinnon goes 1 inning of relief, striking out 2 and allowing 2 walks, no hits against him. Still just the 1 hit coming back in the 6th inning. Man, that's just going to burn if it's the only one. Keebon made a dive out in left field during the 6th inning. Had he grabbed it, maybe we're talking about 3 more outs for a no-no, but just out of his glove. Good hustle and effort by Keebon, but it might go down as the game's only hit. I would be excited for the CCL Showcase team to get a knock here, because that would mean that the burden is off of Keebon's shoulders at that point. Jordan Chancellor facing a guy in Ty Rasmussen, the left fielder who has struck out 3 times, and this will be his first at-bat since his run-in with the wall out in left field during the 6th inning, and he's laid on the 94-mile-an-hour cheese from Jordan Chancellor. So now an 0-1. Bunt being flashed, but taken back as the pitch missed from Chancellor. On the year, this will be the 8th appearance, I guess 9th if you're counting the non-league one against the Northwest Star Nighthawks for Chancellor. But for his league stats, 10 innings pitched, a 6.30 ERA for the right-hander out of Utah Valley. Rasmussen tries for a bunt, and it's strike 2. Chancellor, a redshirt freshman from Utah Valley, appeared in 6 games and made 1 start as an opener. Finished the collegiate year with a 9.53 ERA. Here in Bellingham has had some fiery innings. I mentioned striking out the side against the Nighthawks. A lot of fastballs from him then, and here the same thing as he delivers a fastball to strike out his first batter in the 9th, looking on a 94-mile-an-hour heater down the middle. It's strike 1 on Rasmussen, who also has now struck out 4 times in the game. 14 punches for the staff. Castro up next. He's 0 of 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The best player to be tonight has been KG Hattori, the shortstop. You'd expect him as the shortstop to get most of the defensive plays. He's been yet to field a play on defense. The outs have been gained by Tyler Peschke at third. Rashad Hayes at second. Bo Schinkel in center field. Dominic Keebon's got to put out in left field. Moss, the catcher's got one. There's a swing and a miss from Castro, now 1-2. Bryce Johnson in right field does not have a put out either. Him and Hattori have just been watching the game. I mean, it's been all strikeouts basically is what it's felt like. Right now, Chancellor sticking with his 94-mile-an-hour fastball, just daring Castro to try and come get it. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down via strikeouts for Jordan Chancellor. Jonathan Rominger, last try in the 9th for CCL Showcase. They're down to their last out in a 6-0 ball game. Bellingham leading. Rominger is 0 of 3, strikeout and 2 flyouts. Popped up to the infielder Nate Johnson and to the outfielder Bo Schinkel. This pitch up and inside. He chases for strike 1. They know the fastball is coming. They're just not hitting it. 95 from Chancellor on that delivery. Bell's bench is yelling and firing up Chancellor. Misses on another 95. That'll be ball 1 against Rominger. Fastballs, fastballs, fastballs. One, pop back foul. Went back to the 95-mile-an-hour heater. He's just daring him. Come get it. I've punched 2 of your teammates' tickets to get the first 2 outs in the 9th. Here's going to be a 1-2-1. I'm guessing fastball. 1-2 from Chancellor. Fouled away by Rominger to stay alive. Bell's trying to get a non-league win here on this Tuesday night during the All-Star break. Bell's still playing ball. Tomorrow they'll be back here at 6:35. Right now a 6-0 lead and a 1-2 count on the final batter for the CCL Showcase team, Rominger. 2 down and a 1-2 count. Here's Chancellor's delivery. Breaking pitch. Called for ball 2. So now an even 2-2 count for Chancellor. His pitch to the left-handed batter, Rominger, is hit foul, high and away off the left side. It'll stay even in a 2-2 count. Chancellor trying to find that put-away pitch. The fastball so far had gotten him into the 2-strike count, but Rominger is finding his bat on it at least. Just keeping the game alive for the visitors. Here's a 2-2 again from Chancellor. Low and away for ball 3, a full count. Couldn't get the slider in there. Chancellor looking to finish it. 3-2 with 2 outs in the 9th. The pitch from the right-hander is lined foul. I mean, I know what Rominger's sitting on. 94-mile-an-hour fastball he gets out in front of. So stays 3-2 after the foul ball. Rominger putting together a nice at-bat as the final potential man up here for the CCL Showcase team. Chancellor trying to set him down. 3-2, the payoff pitch. Foul tip, just got a piece of it on his cut. That an outside fastball at 94. Rominger making him work. Another 3-2 home. This time it's swung on and missed in the dirt. Dylan Moss's throw to secure the strikeout caps off the 6-0 win for Bellingham as Jordan Chancellor strikes out the side in the 9th inning to cap off an immaculate pitching outing by these Bells in the non-league contest. It's just 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch allowed. 4 base runners across the entire staff between the 5 arms that threw. And there was 17 strikeouts from the pitching staff to get the win today over the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Tomorrow the Bells are back at 6:35 taking on the Dub C Fish Sticks. Let's look at all your stats. For the box score, we'll start with the visitors, Cascade Collegiate League. Well, it's just Zach Hudson, 1 of 1 with the only hit and a walk. He was it. He reached 3 times. They only had 4 base runners all game. Hudson had a walk, a single, and a hit by a pitch. The only walk was also from Stearns. For your Bellingham Bells on offense, it was KG Hattori scoring 1 run. Matt Churchill going 1 of 4 with his inside the Parker, where he scored a run, his second of the game, as well as driving in a run. He also walked and scored. Nate Johnson was 1 of 3 with the game's first RBI knock. Bryce Johnson went 1 for 4 with a run scored. Bo Schinkel back in Bellingham drove in a run and got 2 walks, scoring once. Dylan Moss had 1 walk. Tyler Peschke went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run, also drew a walk. Rowan Keebon 1 of 3 with a walk and an RBI. Cedric Henderson, 3 scoreless innings in his start, struck out 6, only allowed 1 hit by a pitch. No-hitter carried into the 6th inning by Nick Peterson with his 3 innings, but 1 hit allowed in that 6th. Peterson struck out 5 in his 3 innings of relief. Kenneth Johnson pitched 1 frame, striking out 1, not allowing a base runner, going 1-2-3 in the 7th. Then it was Ben McKinnon allowing 2 walks in the 8th inning, but having 2 strikeouts to pitch a scoreless 8th, and Jordan Chancellor striking out the side in the 9th. Your pitchers and players of the game: Cedric Henderson, Nick Peterson, Kenneth Johnson, Ben McKinnon, and Jordan Chancellor. 17 strikeouts by the staff, just 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. Only 4 base runners in the shutout victory for Bellingham to take it 6-0 over the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. Around the West Coast League in this Tuesday night, where the All-Star game is set to take place tomorrow, it's all non-league games going on, and looks like we have the only final. Port Angeles right now in the bottom of the 9th against the Dub C Fish Sticks, trailing 5-1. The Ridgefield Raptors leading the Redmond Dudes 8-2 in the top of the 8th. The Corvallis Knights leading Gunderson Baseball 9-2 in the bottom of the 8th. And then the Bend Elks up 10-4 over the Gresham Grey Wolves in the bottom of the 8th inning. A 6-0 final here from Bellingham. We'll see everyone tomorrow night, 6:35. The Bells back here at the ballpark for a non-league game against the Dub C Fish Sticks of the Pacific International League. That should be a fun contest, so get your tickets at bellstickets.com, or you can join me, Zen Hill, here on the Bells YouTube channel for all your home games this season. Have a good night, and go Bells.